Hi, and welcome to Chatcraft English. I'm Sophie, and today we're diving into some of the most used American phrases for daily life conversations. These are the phrases you'll hear every day in real conversations with friends, coworkers, or even strangers. If you want to sound more natural and confident when speaking English, you're in the right place. Let's start by thinking about how real conversations actually work. Native speakers often don't use long, formal sentences. Instead, they rely on short, casual expressions that carry a lot of meaning. For example, instead of saying, "How are you doing today?" they might just say, "What's up?" Now imagine walking into a coffee shop in New York. The barista greets you with, "Hey, how's it going?" It means the same as "How are you?" but sounds much more relaxed. You can reply with, "Not bad. How about you?" That quick exchange already sounds friendly and natural. Let's look at another phrase. Suppose your coworker says, "I'm swamped today." If you haven't heard that before, it might sound confusing. But it simply means I'm really busy. Another similar phrase is, "I've got a lot on my plate." Both phrases are used to talk about having a lot to do. Now let's do a quick practice. Imagine your colleague says, "Hey, how's it going?" You say, "Pretty good, just a little tired." "How about you?" They reply, "I'm swamped." Got back-to-back meetings. Try saying that out loud, or even better, write a similar short dialogue using phrases like, "How's it going? Pretty good," or "I'm swamped." Let's move on to phrases used when making plans. For example, instead of saying, "Would you like to have lunch together?" someone might say, "Wanna grab lunch?" Your friend might reply, "Sure, sounds good. I'm down for that." Here, "I'm down" means I agree or I'm in. Try this one. You text a friend, "Hey, wanna catch a movie this weekend?" They reply, "Sounds good. I'm down. Let's do Saturday night." Now you try writing a similar message using "sounds good" or "I'm down." American English also uses short, relaxed phrases in everyday moments. For example, if you're running late, you might say, "Running a bit behind." "Be there soon." Or if someone asks you for help, you might respond, "Sure thing." Let's walk through a mini story to practice. It's Saturday morning and you text your friend, "Hey, just heading out now. Be there in 10. Your friend replies, "Cool. No rush. I'm chilling here." When you arrive, you say, "Sorry, I'm a little late." Your friend smiles and says, "No worries. I just got here too." Then you say, "Let's grab something to eat." I'm starving. That short story used common expressions like "no rush chilling," "no worries," and "I'm starving." You can now try rewriting the story using a different location, maybe a bookstore or a park, and use the same kinds of expressions. Now, here's another one, "hang on a sec." It means, "Wait a moment." Let's say you're on the phone and someone knocks on your door. You say, "Hang on a sec." Someone's at the door. A similar phrase is, "Give me a minute." Practice this. Imagine you're cooking and someone calls you. You say, "Hang on, I need to stir the pot." Saying these phrases out loud in different scenarios helps them stick. Another popular phrase is, "no big deal." If someone bumps into you and says sorry, you might say, "No big deal," meaning it's okay. A similar phrase is, "no worries." These phrases help keep conversations smooth and friendly. Here's a short story using these two. Your friend forgets to return your book. They say, "I'm so sorry I forgot your book." You smile and say, "No big deal. Just bring it next time." Then they say, "Thanks, I'll remember." And you respond, "No worries." Now let's learn a very American phrase, you bet. It means definitely or of course. If someone says thanks for helping me, you might reply, "You bet." Or if someone asks, "Can you pick me up at 7?" you can say, "You bet." I'll be there. Here's a quick practice. Imagine a friend asks, "Can you bring snacks for the meeting?" You reply, "You bet." "I already got them." Practice saying that out loud with a confident, friendly tone. Sometimes we want to show empathy in a conversation. "I hear you" is a phrase used to show understanding. If someone says, "I've been really stressed lately," you can say, "Yeah, I hear you." Same here. It shows emotional connection, not just listening. Try this example. A classmate says, "I've got 3 exams this week." "I'm exhausted." You say, "I hear you." "I've been studying late too." Practicing these dialogues helps you connect more naturally in real conversations. Let's now look at "it's up to you." It means the decision is yours. For example, your friend asks, "Should we get burgers or pizza?" You say, "It's up to you." It's polite and shows you're flexible. A short practice. You say, "Do you want to watch a comedy or an action movie?" Your friend replies, "It's up to you. I'm good with either." And you say, "Okay, let's go with the comedy." That brings us to another useful phrase, "I'm good." It can mean I'm okay or I don't need anything. Someone offers you more coffee and you say, "No thanks, I'm good." Or if someone asks, "How are you?" you say, "I'm good." Practice this mini story. You visit a friend's house. They say, "Want something to drink?" You reply, "I'm good, thanks." Then they ask, "How have you been?" You say, "I'm good. Just been busy with work." Let's stop here for now. When you're ready, I'll continue. Let's continue learning more natural and real American phrases that can make your conversations smoother and more confident. One popular expression is gotcha. It's the short form of "I got you." It means "I understand" or "I'll help you." It's informal, friendly, and shows that you're listening or ready to support. Let's try some examples. Your friend says, "I'll be a little late because of traffic." You say, "Gotcha. See you when you get here." Or a coworker says, "Can you cover for me during lunch?" And you reply, "Sure, I gotcha." Try thinking about your own life. Maybe a friend asked you something today or told you how they feel. How would you respond with "gotcha"? Try saying a full sentence using that phrase now. Here's another very useful one, "I'm on it." This means you're taking care of something or you're about to start doing it. It's very common in the workplace or in team projects. Someone says, "Can someone send the file to the client?" And you reply, "I'm on it." Or a friend says, "Don't forget to bring the charger," and you say, "I'm on it." Already packed it. Let's practice. Think of a task you've done recently, maybe washing dishes or finishing a school assignment. Use the phrase "I'm on it" to talk about that. Next, we have you know what I mean. This phrase is used to check if someone understands or agrees with you. It often comes after an opinion or explanation. For example, that movie was way too long. You know what I mean? Your friend might say, "Yeah, I totally get it. Here's a short conversation A. I didn't like that new restaurant. It was too noisy. You know what I mean?" B. Totally. Not my vibe either. Try it now. Think of something you feel strongly about, maybe a type of food, a TV show, or an experience, and add, "You know what I mean" at the end. Another super friendly phrase is, "It's all good." This is used when something goes wrong, but you want to say it's okay. It keeps the mood light and relaxed. Let's imagine your friend shows up late and says, "Sorry I'm late." You smile and say, "It's all good. I just got here too." Try this. Think of a time when someone made a small mistake. Maybe someone forgot something or changed a plan. Practice saying a calm reply like, "It's all good. Now let's learn I feel you." This is a way to say, "I understand how you feel," especially if someone is going through something hard or stressful. Example: your friend says, "I've been so tired lately with all the homework." You say, "I feel you. It's been a crazy week." Here's another one. Your classmate says, "I can't take one more test." You reply, "I feel you. Same here." Practice now. Think of someone in your life who's been tired, stressed, or just not feeling great. Imagine how you'd say, "I feel you." It's a small phrase that can mean a lot. Let's now review some of these phrases in a short story. You and your friends are planning a weekend trip. One friend says, "Let's leave at 7 a.m. You respond, "Gotcha, that works for me." Another friend says, "I don't know if I can make it that early." You say, "It's all good. Let me know what works best." Someone apologizes and says, "Sorry if I show up late." You smile and say, "No worries. We'll wait." Later during the trip, someone says, "Ugh, this traffic is killing me." You reply, "I feel you. It's rough." Another person asks, "Can you take care of booking the tickets?" You respond, "I'm on it." These are all natural, common phrases that help conversations flow smoothly. They show that you're friendly, relaxed, and confident. Here's another important phrase: "It is what it is." This means you accept the situation even if it's not perfect. It's often used when you can't control something. Example: your flight is delayed again. You sigh and say, "Well, it is what it is." Or your boss tells you, "We've got less time to finish this." You reply, "Okay, it is what it is." Let's do our best. Think about a recent situation that didn't go as planned. Practice saying this phrase as a way to accept it calmly. Next try, "I'm down." This means I agree or I want to join. It's a fun, casual way to say yes to a plan. For example, your friend says, "Let's go get tacos tonight." You respond, "Yeah, I'm down." Another person says, "Game night on Friday." You say, "Totally, I'm down." Now create your own sentence. Think of a plan, real or imagined, and say, "I'm down." Another classic phrase is, "Long time no see." It's used when you meet someone you haven't seen in a while. You bump into an old classmate at the store and say, "Hey, long time no see. How have you been?" They reply, "Yeah, I've been good. What about you?" Try practicing this as a greeting. Imagine someone you haven't seen in months. Say out loud, "Long time no see," and keep the conversation going. These kinds of phrases are short, friendly, and full of meaning. When you use them, you sound more like a native speaker, someone who's relaxed, confident, and connected to everyday American culture. Let's explore more natural phrases that Americans use every day in casual conversation. One helpful phrase is, "I'll get back to you." This means you don't have the answer right now, but you'll respond later. It's useful in both professional and casual situations. For example, someone asks, "Are you free on Saturday?" You're not sure, so you say, "Let me check and I'll get back to you." Or at work, your coworker says, "Can you join the meeting at 3?" And you respond, "I might have a conflict. I'll get back to you after I check my calendar." Think of a time when someone asked you some things, but you needed time to decide. How would you say, "I'll get back to you" in that situation? Now let's learn a very polite way to ask for something. "Would you mind?" This is used to make a request in a soft and respectful way. Instead of saying, "Close the door," you say, "Would you mind closing the door?" Instead of saying, "Give me a hand," you say, "Would you mind helping me for a second?" Try it now. Think of something you want someone to do and turn it into a polite request. For example, "Would you mind explaining that again?" Or, "Would you mind waiting just a minute?" Next, we have the phrase "by the way." It's used to add extra information or change the topic slightly. Let's say you're talking to a friend about their vacation. You might say, "By the way, did you ever find your passport?" Or during a work meeting, you say, "By the way, I sent the client the updated file." It helps move the conversation naturally from one topic to another. Practice now. Say something you'd tell a friend, then add a new point using "by the way." Now, here's a phrase that sounds casual but meaningful. You never know. It means anything could happen, good or bad, and it's often said in a hopeful or encouraging way. Example: your friend says, "I don't think I'll get the job." You reply, "Hey, you never know. You might be exactly what they need." Or someone says, "I entered a contest, but I probably won't win." You say, "Well, you never know." It's great for lifting someone's mood. Think about something uncertain in your life and try using this phrase with a positive mindset. Let's move to another common phrase, "better safe than sorry." This means it's wiser to be careful than to take a risk and regret it later. For example, "I brought a jacket even though it's warm." Why, better safe than sorry. Or, "I locked all the windows before we left." Yeah, better safe than sorry. Try creating a sentence from your life when you were cautious. Maybe you double-checked something or took an extra step. How would you explain that using "better safe than sorry"? Now, let's bring a few of these phrases together in a short, natural story. You're chatting with a friend who says, "I applied for that job, but I probably won't hear back." You smile and say, "You never know. Fingers crossed for you." They ask if you can help with something later. You say, "Let me check my schedule and I'll get back to you." Later, as you're walking together, you say, "By the way, I brought an extra umbrella." Your friend laughs. "It's sunny," you reply. Better safe than sorry. These small phrases make you sound fluent and relaxed, like someone who really knows how to use English naturally. Next, let's talk about fingers crossed. It's used to wish for good luck or to show hope for a positive outcome. For example, I've got a big test tomorrow. Fingers crossed. You'll do great, or I submitted my application last night. Nice. Fingers crossed you get it. Try this now. What's something in your life you're hoping for? Say it with fingers crossed. It could be a goal, a plan, or even something small, like good weather. Another phrase you'll often hear is can't complain. This is usually a response when someone asks, "How are you?" It means things are okay, not perfect, but fine enough. Example, how's your day going? Pretty good, can't complain. Or how's life? Same old, can't complain. Practice it now. Imagine a coworker or neighbor asks how you're doing. Try replying in a chill way with can't complain. Now let's look at I'm beat. This is a casual way of saying I'm very tired. You'll hear it often after work, school, or exercise. Examples. Want to go out tonight, not tonight, I'm beat. Or how are you after that workout? Man, I'm beat. Think of something that made you tired recently. How would you express it using I'm beat? Let's also explore the phrase out of the blue. This means something happened suddenly and unexpectedly. For instance, she texted me out of the blue after months of silence. Or that offer came out of the blue. I wasn't even looking for a job. Now try thinking of something surprising that happened in your life. How would you describe it using out of the blue? Here's one more for this part. I'll take a rain check. This is a polite way to say no to an invitation, but it means you'd like to do it another time. Example. Wanna hang out tonight? I'd love to, but I'm tired. I'll take a rain check. Or let's go shopping this afternoon. Rain check, I've got stuff to finish first. Try it yourself. Think of a time you had to say no to someone, but you wanted to keep the option open. Use I'll take a rain check. These expressions are part of daily American conversation. When you use them, you show confidence, friendliness, and fluency. Not because you're using fancy grammar, but because you sound like a real person speaking natural English. Let's jump into more real American phrases you'll hear every day and that you can start using right away. One popular casual phrase is hit me up. This means contact me, text me, or get in touch. It's friendly, informal, and very common in texts or spoken English, especially among younger people. For example, your friend says, "Let's hang out sometime." You respond, "Sure, hit me up when you're free." Or a classmate says, "I might need help with the homework later." You say, "No problem. Hit me up anytime." Now you try. Think of someone you want to talk to this week. Say a sentence like, "Hit me up if you want to study together." Just saying it out loud will help it feel more natural. Now, here's a phrase you'll hear all the time at work or after a long day. Let's call it a day. This means let's stop working now. It's often used when you've finished what you can for the day. Example. You and your coworker are tired after hours of writing a report. You say, "We've done enough. Let's call it a day." or you and a friend have been cleaning the apartment. You wipe your hands and say, "Looks good." Let's call it a day. Now think about a recent time when you ended a task. Say a sentence using this phrase. For example, I finished my homework early, so I called it a day. Here's a fun one. That's a good one. People say this when they hear a clever joke or a funny story. It's a casual way to show you enjoyed something. Let's say your friend makes a joke. "Why don't skeletons fight each other? They don't have the guts." You laugh and say, "Ha ha, that's a good one." Or maybe someone tells a funny story from childhood. You smile and say, "That's a good one." I needed that laugh today. Try using this next time someone says something funny, or even when you see a funny meme or video. It adds warmth and energy to your reactions. Let's tie several of these phrases together in a short everyday scene. Imagine you just finished helping your coworker with a project. You look at the time and say, "Let's call it a day." They nod. "Yeah, good work today." Then your friend texts you, "Want to hang out this weekend?" You respond, "Sounds good. Hit me up with the details." Later, someone in the group chat shares a hilarious meme. You laugh and type back, "Ha ha, that's a good one." Simple phrases like these help you connect with people in a relaxed, real way. Now let's learn the phrase, "fair enough." This means "that makes sense," or "I understand your point." It's often used to show that you respect someone's opinion, even if it's different from yours. For example, your friend says, "I don't like horror movies. They give me nightmares." You say, "Fair enough. They're not for everyone." Or someone says, "I'd rather stay in tonight, I'm beat." You reply, "Fair enough. You've had a long week. Try it now." Think of a time when you accepted someone's reason, even if you didn't totally agree. Use "fair enough" in a sentence like "fair enough." I get where you're coming from. Next is the phrase, "no worries." It's a friendly way to say it's okay or don't worry about it. You'll hear this phrase a lot in American English, especially when someone apologizes. Example: your friend says, "Sorry, I'm late." You smile and say, "No worries. I just got here too." Or your coworker says, "Oops, I forgot to bring the report." You reply, "No worries. We'll do it later." Now imagine someone says, "Sorry to you today." Try answering with "no worries" to keep the conversation kind and easygoing. Another great phrase is, "take your time." It means there's no rush. It shows patience and understanding. For instance, your friend is ordering at a restaurant and can't decide. You say, "Take your time." Or someone is helping you with something and feels slow. You say, "No problem." Take your time. Try using it next time you want to tell someone it's okay to go slowly. This phrase makes people feel more comfortable. Let's build another mini conversation using these 3 phrases. Imagine your friend is texting slowly because they're busy. They say, "Sorry for the slow reply." You say, "No worries. Take your time." Later, they say, "I can't join the call tonight." "I've had a long day." You respond, "Fair enough. Rest well." These expressions keep your communication smooth, kind, and natural. Now, let's talk about a phrase that sounds really modern and relaxed. I'm good. This can mean I'm okay. No thanks or I'm fine. It depends on the context. Example, someone offers you more food. Want some more pizza? You smile and say, I'm good. Thanks. Or someone asks, are you okay with walking instead of driving? You say, yeah, I'm good. It's short, simple, and easy to say. Try it out now. Think of a time when you wanted to say, no thanks in a friendly way. How could you use, I'm good? Let's explore another phrase, hang in there. This is used to encourage someone who's struggling. It means don't give up, stay strong. For example, your classmate says, this semester is really tough. You say, I know. Hang in there, you're doing great. Or your coworker says, I'm so behind on work. You reply, just hang in there. It'll get better soon. Use this to support a friend or even yourself during tough times. To close this part, let's make a little scene using everything we just learned. You and your friend are at lunch. They offer you more fries. You smile. Nah, I'm good. They say I have to leave early today. Sorry. You reply, no worries. Hit me up later if you want to catch up. Then you both finish eating and you say, let's call it a day. As you walk out, your friend shares a funny story and you laugh, saying, that's a good one. They admit, honestly, I'm exhausted. And you say, fair enough. Hang in there. These phrases are simple, real, and used by native speakers all the time. The more you say them, the more natural they'll feel. Let's continue with more super common phrases that native speakers use all the time in real conversations. Here's one you'll definitely hear in daily life. No big deal. This phrase is used to say that something isn't a problem or it's not important. It helps you respond kindly when someone apologizes or feels bad about something small. Example, your friend spills water on your notebook and says, I'm so sorry. You smile and say, it's okay. No big deal. Or someone says, thanks so much for helping me. You can reply, of course. No big deal. Try it now. Think of a moment when someone made a mistake or asked for a favor. Practice saying no big deal. It helps people feel at ease. Here's another very common phrase for real. This is used to show surprise or disbelief. It means, are you serious or really? Let's say your friend says, I won the contest. You respond, no way, for real. Or someone says, I saw a celebrity at the mall today. You reply, for real, that's wild. You can also use it with a smile to show excitement, not just surprise. Try it now. Think of something interesting or surprising a friend said recently. Practice saying for real with your own voice. Now let's learn a phrase that shows understanding and empathy. Been there. This is short for I've been there before, and it means I understand what you're going through. It's often used when someone talks about a difficult or stressful situation. Example, your friend says, I'm so nervous about this job interview. You reply, been there, you'll do great. Or someone says, I just can't keep up with all this homework. You respond, yeah, been there, it gets better. It's a short way to show support without needing a long explanation. Try using it when someone shares a struggle with you. Now let's look at the phrase, sounds like a plan. You use this to say you agree with someone's idea or suggestion. It's friendly and enthusiastic. Example: your coworker says, let's finish the report today and go out for lunch tomorrow. You say, sounds like a plan. Or your friend says, let's meet at the coffee shop at 10. You say, perfect. Sounds like a plan. Try using it next time someone makes a suggestion you agree with. It shows you're on board and ready. Here's a fun phrase to learn. Give me a sec. This means give me a moment or wait just a little bit. It's a very casual way to ask for a short pause. Example: your friend is calling you from another room and you say, hold on, give me a sec. Or you're in a group chat and someone asks you a question. You respond, give me a sec, I'm checking. This phrase makes you sound relaxed and natural. Practice it now in your own sentence. Let's create a small scene using a few of these phrases. You and your friend are texting. They say, let's go to the beach tomorrow around 3. You respond, sounds like a plan. Later they say, I forgot to book the tickets, and you reply, no big deal, we'll figure it out. Then they say, I saw dolphins last time we went. You write back, for real? That's amazing. Now let's learn it happens. This phrase is used to say that mistakes or accidents are normal. It's kind and understanding. Example: someone bumps into you and says, sorry. You smile and say, it's okay. It happens. Or a classmate forgets their homework. You say, don't worry. It happens to all of us. This phrase helps keep things positive when someone makes a mistake. Try saying it aloud now to make it part of your natural speech. Next, let's look at I'm in. This means I agree or I'm joining. It's often used when making plans or doing group activities. Example: your friend says, we're doing a movie night Friday. You win, and you reply, yep, I'm in. Or someone says, let's try that new Thai restaurant. You say, I'm in. I've been wanting to go. Use this to show excitement and commitment in a casual way. Now let's talk about a comforting phrase, take it easy. It means relax or don't stress. It's used when saying goodbye or when encouraging someone to slow down. Example: you finish talking with a friend and say, all right, take it easy. Or someone is upset and you say gently, hey, take it easy. It's going to be fine. Try saying it now as if you're talking to a friend who's had a rough day. Let's wrap up with a little everyday story using several of these expressions. Imagine you and your friend are planning a weekend trip. They say, let's meet at 9 a.m. You reply, sounds like a plan. Later, they message, oops, I booked the wrong hotel, you answer. No big deal, it happens. They say, want to still go. You reply, I'm in. They say, cool, I'm bringing snacks. You smile and say, for real, you're the best. Before hanging up, you say, all right, talk soon. Take it easy. You just used 5 real American phrases like a native speaker. Let's jump right back in with more everyday phrases that Americans use all the time in real conversations. Here's a really popular one. No worries, it's another way to say it's okay or don't worry about it. You can use it when someone apologizes or even when offering help. Example: your friend says, "Sorry I'm late." You smile and reply, "No worries." Or someone says, "Thanks for waiting for me." You can say no worries. It's all good. Try it out loud. Think of a recent moment when someone apologized or thanked you. Practice saying no worries in a relaxed, friendly tone. Next up is let me know. This is a common and polite way to ask someone to update you or give you information later. Example: you're making weekend plans with a friend and say, "Let me know if you're free on Saturday." Or your coworker is deciding whether to join a meeting, and you say, "Just let me know what you decide." It's friendly and open, and people use it all the time. Practice this phrase in your own sentence now. Now, here's a phrase to use when you need more time or can't decide, yet I'm not sure. It simply means I don't know yet, and it's a very natural thing to say when you're thinking. Example: someone asks, "Are you coming to the party?" You can reply, "I'm not sure. I might have to work." Or someone says, "Do you want pizza or tacos?" You smile and say, I'm not sure." It's okay to say you don't know. Try using it now about something in your day. Let's learn another phrase that makes sense. You use this to show that you understand or agree with someone's explanation. Example: your friend explains why they changed their travel plans, and you reply, "Ah, okay. That makes sense." Or a teacher gives a reason for a rule, and you say, "Got it. That makes sense now." Saying this helps keep conversations flowing. Use it in a sentence where someone explains something to you. Now, here's a super common phrase, hang on. It means wait a moment or hold on. It's friendly, informal, and often used when you need a second. Example: you're on a call and need a moment. You say, "Hang on a sec." I'm grabbing my notes. Or someone's talking fast and you say, "Whoa, hang on." Can you repeat that? This is great when you need a quick pause. Try saying it now like you're talking to a friend. Let's put a few of these into a quick mini scene. You and your coworker are talking. They ask, "Are you free to join the team lunch?" You reply, "I'm not sure. Let me check and I'll let you know." They say, "No worries. Just send me a text later." Later they explain why the location changed. You reply, "Ah, that makes sense." When your phone rings, you smile and say, "Hang on, I'll be right back." Great, now you've used multiple real-life phrases in a natural context. Here's another useful phrase, "That's the plan." This is used to confirm that something is planned or agreed on. Example: your friend says, "So we're meeting at 7, right?" You say, "Yep, that's the plan." Or your coworker says, "We'll finish the report today," and you reply, "That's the plan." It gives confidence and keeps things clear. Try using it about something you're doing today or this week. Next, we have a phrase for unexpected changes, change of plans. You use this when something has to be done differently than expected. Example: you were going to the movies, but your friend says the show's sold out. You say, "Okay, change of plans. Let's get ice cream instead." Or you text someone, "Change of plans, meeting moved to 4 p.m." Try this one now. Think of a time when your plans changed suddenly. Another helpful phrase is "I'll pass." It's a polite way to say no, especially when someone invites you or offers something. Example: your friend says, "Want another slice of cake?" You smile and say, "I'll pass. I'm full." Or someone invites you to a late event and you reply, "Thanks, but I'll pass. I need to get up early." Try saying it now as a friendly way to decline something. Here's a great conversation ending phrase. Catch you later. It means see you later or talk to you soon. It's casual, friendly, and very American. Example: you finish talking to a friend and say, "All right, catch you later," or after class. A classmate says, "Bye," and you reply, "Catch you later." Try saying it now with a smile and relaxed tone. Let's wrap this part up with a short story using today's phrases. Imagine you and a friend are planning dinner. They ask tacos or burgers. You say, I'm not sure. Then they say, "Well, we're meeting at 7. You reply, "That's the plan." Later, they call and say, "Hey, change of plans. Let's eat earlier." You say, "No worries. Just let me know what time." At the end of your call, you both say, "Catch you later." These phrases make conversations smooth, friendly, and very natural. Let's keep going with more natural and super common American phrases that will help you sound fluent and confident in everyday conversations. First up, don't mention it. This is a polite and friendly way to say "you're welcome." It's often used when someone thanks you and you want to let them know it was no trouble at all. Example: your friend says, "Thanks for helping me move the boxes." You smile and say, "Don't mention it. Happy to help." Try saying this out loud now, imagining someone just thanked you. Next, let's talk about "that works for me." This is a casual way of saying, "that time or idea is okay for me." It's often used when planning things or agreeing on a schedule. Example: someone says, "Can we meet at 3?" and you reply, "Sure, that works for me." Or a friend says, "Let's do dinner on Friday." You say, "Yep, that works for me." Try this phrase now using your real schedule or plans. Another phrase you'll hear often is "no big deal." You use it when something goes wrong, but it's not serious. It's a way to keep things light and let others know you're not upset. Example: someone spills water on the table and says, "Oh no, I'm sorry." You respond, "No big deal. I'll wipe it up." It's a great way to reduce tension and show kindness. Now let's practice "I'm in." This means you agree to join something or you want to be a part of it. It's simple, strong, and enthusiastic. Example: your friend says, "We're doing karaoke Friday night. You coming?" You say, "Absolutely, I'm in." Or someone suggests, "Let's start a group project." You smile and reply, "Sounds fun. I'm in." Try using "I'm in" to respond to an idea or invitation in your own words. Next up is "I'm out." It's the opposite of "I'm in." It means you're not joining or you're leaving. Example: at the end of the day, you say to your coworkers, "All right, I'm out. See you tomorrow." Or your friends are making crazy plans and you laugh and say, "No way, I'm out." This one is very casual, so it's mostly used with people you know well. Here's another one that's super useful. "My bad." This is a casual way to say, that was my mistake, or sorry, it was my fault. Example: you forget to reply to a message. Later you say, oops, my bad. I totally missed your text. Or you grab the wrong coffee and hand it to a friend. You say, oh no, my bad. That one's yours. It's friendly and helps you take responsibility without sounding too serious. Now let's review these with a mini scene. Imagine your team is planning a weekend activity. Someone says, let's meet at noon on Saturday. You reply, that works for me. Another teammate says, can we push it to 1? You say, no big deal. Your friend says, are you joining us? You smile and say, I'm in. Then you realize you sent the wrong location and say, oops, my bait. Let me resend the address. These are exactly the kinds of phrases that make your English sound natural and confident. Next, we've got, you got this. This is an encouraging phrase. It means you can do it or I believe in you. It's great for cheering someone on before a big moment. Example: your friend is nervous about a job interview. You say you've prepared so well. You got this. Or your classmate is about to give a speech. You say, go rock it. You got this. Try saying this now like you're supporting a friend. Another phrase to know is, I'll take care of it. This means I will handle it or leave it to me. Example: your coworker says, who's printing the report? You respond, no worries, I'll take care of it. It shows responsibility and confidence. Try using it in a sentence about a task you're doing today. Now, here's a good one, fair enough. It means that's reasonable or okay. I understand your point. You can use it to show you accept someone's reason or explanation. Example: your friend says, I can't go out tonight. I've got a big exam. You say, fair enough. Good luck. Or your sibling says, I need to save money, so I'm skipping the trip. You respond, fair enough. That makes sense. It's a very calm and accepting phrase. Let's end this section with a quick story using some of today's phrases. Imagine you're in a group chat making weekend plans. Someone says, let's meet at noon. You say, that works for me. Another friend says, I have to go earlier. You reply, fair enough. We'll figure it out. Later, someone asks, who's booking the table? You say, I'll take care of it. Your friend says thanks, and you reply, don't mention it. Right before the event, someone says, I'm nervous about meeting new people. And you say, don't worry. You got this. These phrases are short, natural, and powerful for real-life communication. Let's keep going with more natural American phrases you can use in your everyday conversations. These will help you sound more fluent, friendly, and confident, just like a native speaker. Let's begin with the phrase, make yourself at home. This is something people say when they want guests to feel comfortable and relaxed in their house. It means feel free to act like you're in your own home. Example: you invite a friend over and say, come on in, make yourself at home. Or someone's visiting for the first time and looks shy, and you smile and say, grab a drink if you want. Make yourself at home. Practice saying this phrase as if you're welcoming someone warmly. Now let's talk about hang in there. This is an encouraging phrase that means stay strong or don't give up. People use it when someone is going through a tough time. Example: your friend is stressed about exams and you say, "I know it's hard right now, but hang in there. You're doing great." Or if someone is facing a difficult week at work, you say, "Just a few more days. Hang in there." Try saying it now, like you're comforting someone who needs motivation. Here's another very natural phrase: take it easy. This can mean a few things: relax, don't stress, or even goodbye in a casual way. Example: your coworker is leaving for the weekend and you say, "Take it easy, see you Monday." Or your friend is working too much and you say, "You should take it easy." Don't burn yourself out. Try using this phrase now either as a goodbye or a gentle suggestion. Let's go on to "it slipped my mind." This is a way to say I forgot. It sounds more polite and less harsh than just saying I forgot. Example: someone says, "Did you email the report?" You reply, "Oh no, it totally slipped my mind. I'll send it now." It shows that you didn't mean to forget, it just happened. Another phrase to add is "no worries." This is a relaxed way to say it's okay or don't worry about it. Example: your friend apologizes for being late and you say, "No worries. I just got here too." Or someone says, "Sorry, I couldn't make it to your party." You smile and say, "No worries. We'll catch up another time." Practice saying "no worries" to respond kindly when someone says sorry. Next up is "that's on me." This means it's my fault or I'll take responsibility. It's a very natural way to admit a mistake without sounding too serious. Example: you gave someone the wrong info. You say, "Oops, that's on me. Let me fix it." Or you forgot to confirm a reservation and tell your group, "Sorry guys, that's on me." Let's practice. Try saying "that's on me" about a small mistake you've made recently. Here's another useful phrase: "you made my day." This means someone did something that made you really happy. It's a sweet and positive way to show appreciation. Example: a friend surprises you with coffee. You say, "Aw, thanks, you totally made my day." Or someone compliments you and you say, "Wow, thank you, that made my day." Say it aloud now, like you're truly touched by someone's kindness. Now let's look at "I'm all ears." This means I'm listening carefully, or you have my full attention. Example: your friend says, "Can I tell you something?" You reply, "Sure, I'm all ears." Or your coworker says, "I've got a new idea," and you respond, "Awesome, I'm all ears." Try saying this in a conversation where someone wants to talk and you're fully present. Let's add "that's the last straw." This means I've had enough, or this is the final problem I can handle. People use it when a series of small problems leads to a breaking point. Example: your roommate leaves dirty dishes again. You sigh and say, "That's the last straw. We need to talk." Or your internet cuts out again and you say, "Ugh, that's the last straw. I'm switching providers." This phrase expresses frustration, but usually in a calm way. Finally, let's try "out of my hands." This means I can't control it anymore, or it's not my decision now. Example: someone asks, "Can you change the schedule?" You say, sorry, it's out of my hands. The manager already approved it. Or a student says, can you give me extra time? And you respond, I wish I could, but it's out of my hands. This is great for when you want to explain that a situation isn't under your control. Let's finish with a mini scene using several of today's expressions. Imagine you invited your friend over. You smile and say, come in, make yourself at home. They say, sorry, I'm late, and you reply, no worries. They bring you your favorite snack. You say, thanks, you made my day. Later, they say, I'm having such a stressful week. You nod and say, hang in there, you're doing great. Then they ask, can you change our plans? You sigh and say, I'd love to, but it's out of my hands. These phrases are simple, warm, and used all the time in real American conversations. Now it's your turn. Try writing or saying your own short story using at least 5 of today's expressions. The more you practice, the more natural they will feel. And remember, real fluency comes from using real language, one phrase at a time. Let's keep growing your English confidence together.